I think the church has done a little bit of a disservice to teenagers in some ways in not defining for them what their role is in the church. And so a lot of teenagers, even those that are Christians and passionate about their faith, feel almost like they're not really part of the body of Christ. So they're in this odd limbo between they're not the children in their children's ministry, but they're not like the adults that they can participate in the living, moving, active, growing community of the church. And I think that is a big problem, because if you read the New Testament and you look at the model of the New Testament church, you don't have exceptions in the instructions for the church and for the community for teenagers. So all Christians are called to live in community with God's people. All Christians are called to serve other members of God's people, to love them, to be held accountable by them, to be taught by them. And teenagers of all God's people need that so much, so much. And if they do not have a local body, if they don't have the freedom to participate in that community, then that can be detrimental for their faith. And we see all the time talk about, as young people get into their 20s and 30s, we have them leaving the church in droves. And I think a big part of that is because as teenagers, they haven't been taught how and why to participate in the community. And so I think it is a huge service that we can do to Christian teenagers to welcome them into the community of the church and serve them and teach them how to serve the community.